Good evening. Good evening. It's Monday, and that means it's mental mind treatment night. Uh, I don't know. It's so good to be back and have my computer here and everything working really, really well. So I almost forgot our insight cards from the God box, and I just love this one. All that is one. I am one with all that it is. And on the back side, because they always have two sides, the light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. It's got there. It's a unity prayer. And I was thinking the other day, I was talking to somebody because they were questioning about, God. What about the people who follow Jesus or Buddha or whatever? And if you do the numerology on God, the whole name comes to 9, which is completion. In some ways, when I'm looking at things, it also means endings, but actually as completion, it's full. The next thing is 1, which is the beginning, because 10 has 1 and a 0. And it's like, whatever you believe, it doesn't matter the name you call it. You hear me talk a lot about the love source, but it's the energy that is around. And it's like, and I many times, if you've listened to me many times, you'll hear me say, I started my journey wanting to know, what is this God they're talking about? Because I was in Sunday school. I was really quite young. And by the time I was 7, I was really questioning that, because I had gone to a different church, had a different idea of things. And that was a driving force for me to learn, but not just traditional learning from a church, but tarot was really my first thing that really brought me knowledge, awareness, and a tool to work with myself. And that was the important thing. So along with my quest to figure all it out my way, was really to learn about me. It was a journey of self-growth. And yes, to this day, I still learn different things and new things. Just one thing I want to share with you. A few weeks ago, I might have mentioned that I had twisted my knee and I was limping around. Well, about 3 days ago, that knee decided that it was now going to explode into very bad, very high pain. And I'm limping around, really limping around now. And then today I tripped into one of my bookshelves, and now I've got a sore shoulder. So I've got a painful left knee that makes it hard to walk. And now I've got a right shoulder at the hand I write with that doesn't want to go too far. I'm going, what's going on? What are these messages I'm getting about myself here? So I'm having to have an internal look one way or the other. But there's been there's a lot going on with my treatments and feeling better and probably pushing myself a little bit more than I need to, etc. And sometimes we need to remember that, slow and sure you get there kind of thing. Saves the day. I think that's how the saying goes. I've been having a lot of my little simple sayings come back to me lately. But I'm really looking forward to my mental mind treatments tonight, because last week when I was trying to work with the iPad, I couldn't see what people had written. So what we've got here, first of all, is Marion, who says, good evening, Norma, blessings to all. And yes, same back, Marion, same back. And then Karen. Now, Karen has been here from the very beginning, and Marion too. She says, greetings, Norma, 2016 and 21. Thanks. Okay. 20 is acceptance of what is, things that you can't change, things that are just here. It's an acceptance of the force, it's acceptance of self, acceptance of others. But the 16 always means there's still that tendency to wait for disaster to come. If you look for it, guess what happens? You're going to find it. It will find you. And And the 21 to me is balance. So like we've been following your journey, at least I have been following your journey for as long as we've been doing these, which is quite some time. I'm not sure if it's quite a year yet, but we're getting up there. What I sense here is that if I may say so before I move into treatment, is that the key will be for you to let go of your fears and the repeating of things that have happened in the past. Don't look for them. When we look for something, guess what? It'll come and it will be there. It will show us it. So the key is not to look for it. You'll deal with it if it comes, yes, but not go looking for it. I think that's what I'm feeling here, is that the 20 and 21 is perfect to me, in that there's acceptance of the force, acceptance where you are, acceptance how everything is working, and then balancing that into your life. So let's see what the treatment actually says. There is one power and one essence, and I know that power and that essence is in all of us. And in knowing that, I speak my word for Karen. As I speak my word for Karen, I know the movement forward in life is one of excitement, moving into new adventures, new endeavors, and the fear is now eaten up by the love of self, by the love of self and the direction of where you want to go and what you want to create and how you want that to be. There is this wonderful power, and it's about allowing time. One of my sayings over the years, and sorry to interrupt the treatment, but it's like one of my sayings over the years is time is my friend. I'll have to write that down too, because I want to remember that. I'm trying to count all my sayings. Time is my friend. It's not that things happen when we want them sometimes. It's not that they happen spontaneously, bang, but what they do happen is set things up. Think of the computer going through everything to find those few words that are needed to be, that you're looking for, or the idea or something that's in there. And the computer goes clickety, 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 clack and looking at. Well, in a way, you could say the great computer in the sky, whatever you want to call that, is also working for what you want to create. And it is going clickety, 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 putting things in right order. And sometimes the timeline is not what you want. So patience is a virtue here. Patience is a virtue, and also the understanding that no matter what happens, you accept it, you let it go, and you rebuild in the direction that you want to go in. I know your bravery. I know your clarity of thinking. I know that you know where you want to go and how you want things to be. And it's step by step as you move forward that it will unfold exactly how you want. And you will have courage. You will have persistence. You will have the realization that no matter what, you can move in the direction that you want. Allow that to be, Karen. And so I give thanks. I give thanks in knowing that the acceptance and the balance of Karen's life is the mainstay. And no matter what else happens, she can accept, she can rebalance and move ahead to her goals. And so we release this thought knowing it is true for her by saying, and so it is. Amen. So it is. John, good to see you there. He writes greetings and great to see you. It is great. This week has been great, and I'm looking forward to Wednesday when I get to do a bigger chit chat kind of thing, more. So anyway, thank you. I appreciate the comment. I really do. Okay. Kayla has actually emailed me earlier. And thank you, Kayla. She says, hi, Norma, blessings. Love to yourself. Thank you. Yes, love to my shoulder for sure. My knee, well, I'm getting used to that now. Okay, when we come to Blah, 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 blah. Just a sec. Still got dry mouth. Still got dry mouth. Still got the itchies. And I proceed on. Kayla's asked that her creative soul energy is flowing freely, joyfully, and easily as she channels a large painting for the lobby at the Kiwanis Manor. The numbers she gave are 3, 1, 3. 3 is the creative power. It is the love vibration. In tarot, it's the Empress. 1 is the magician. So we've got the Empress magician, which is all things are possible, followed by the Empress again. This is a work of love. And if you stay in the love vibration, it will flow like silk, I'll tell you. But anyway, we'll do the treatment. Knowing there is one power and one essence, and knowing it is connected to all of us, I speak my word for Kayla. As I speak my word for Kayla, I know that the creative soul energy is moving and working freely and joyfully and easily for you to channel exactly what is needed for this lobby. And the joyousness that it not only brings you, but will bring others. There is a letting go. There is a flow. There is a beauty. There is I'm going to say wisdom in this. There is a sense of an empowerment that will empower people who see it. I give thanks in knowing for Kayla that she is absolutely moving in the right direction in the creation of her work, and that it will be wonderful in the lobby in the Kiwanis Manor. In the giving of thanks, I release this thought, knowing that it is done, and now the action will take place and the celebrations will happen later. And I just say thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. Amen. Okay. Karen has said my treatment just before was so helpful and right on target. And you are right about the excitement. Okay. Which is great. Yes, we do like to be there. Right. I had a good friend call me today. He was in a little bit of a spot of problems, and we worked out what the whole issue was, and we did a little transformation on it because she didn't have a lot of stuff, thank goodness. It was always nice. And yeah, and it's exciting when that happens. It's exciting when you can help people to get clarity and understanding so they can move forward with ease. Kayla also asked for her future daughter-in-law, Diamond, and she sent me quite a bit. So I reframed it a little bit, which I think would work more effectively in a treatment. So here we go. Knowing that no matter where a person is and who they may be, that love energy is in all of us. And therefore, I speak my word for Diamond. And as I speak my word for Diamond, may the worry and the anxiety regarding her daughter's getting her passport renewed by mid-February is taken away, and the restrictions, the resistance and restrictions from other family members that may create barriers, we'll say, just knowing that they're going to be relieved, that the passport will be renewed by mid-February, and all resistance to this falls away, like Skittles, they just disappear. And so we know that Diamond's request of having her daughter's passport be in her hand by mid-February, we know that the possibility and the eventuality of this is done. And so it is. Passport is renewed. I give thanks in the knowing of this. I give thanks in the energy that works miraculous miracles for people who are wanting to create and to change what looks like a circumstance, knowing that the circumstance can be shifted. For that is the power of love, and that is the power of knowledge, and that is the power of being at one with all things. And so I release this thought for Diamond and her daughter, Mina. I release it knowing that it is done. Come mid-February, all will be as it is. Wow, looks like we're having a small time tonight, which is fine with me. So if anybody has something else they want to have looked at, please write it in, back it out, because this is not really a, what do you call it, my teaching time. This is my prayer time. And if no one is going to do any, I'm going to do one for myself, because who knows what I'm doing incorrectly in some way, because there's just too much hurting going on. Okay. I know there is one power, and I know that we are all connected. And therefore, I speak for myself, Norma, in knowing that I am totally loved, I am totally supported, and that my body is recalibrating to this new situation that we have in. Having this cancer, having this treatment can, and I feel has, upset certain elements within myself, even though I'm improving and doing better. I therefore know that my body is coming into harmony with the treatments. I know that all parts of me, including emotional, mental, and spiritual, is in alignment with the one power, the one essence, so that I can not only do my work, but I can walk through my life with ease and grace, that all of me moves into this alignment and knows and realizes at this point of time, this is temporary. This is not for a long, long period of time, but it is just to get back where we need to be, or we should maybe say, get to where we need to be so we can move forward in a different way. I give absolute thanks of knowing that I am supported by the love of the universe. I give thanks in knowing that the universe is always there pointing the way. And therefore, it is about how I walk. It is about how I create. It is about how I move forward in the way that I choose to. I hadn't picked numbers for this, but I'm going to pick off the top of my head 9, 12, and 13. And in knowing that, is the answer lies within me as I accept and move forward into a new awareness of my direction. Very often, and I spoke about this on Sunday, interestingly enough, that life itself often presents situations where there needs to be a shift or a change of direction. I had been wanting to do another show, and I said that on Sunday, and not maybe everyone's listened to Sunday. And I had sort of prepared myself, and I began to realize when my knee got worse and my computer had gone, my tea kettle stopped working, and I had to get a new tea kettle, and I had to get my computer fixed. I said, stop and take a look. These things don't happen just because they happen. What are you doing? And I decided at that moment, when I began to realize that I had to let go of this adding to myself Thursdays. See, when I first came down with this melanoma cancer, I knew that the one thing I wanted to do was to keep going with the YouTube shows. And I have really, really worked at that. And so consequently, with these new little joint things coming up, I went, take a little notch. I'm not overly busy at the moment, unfortunately, actually, because I love it and it invigorates me with my transformation work. But interestingly enough, people are coming back to me to get more of the subconscious work done. And so it's working. It's because that's what I want. And it's not too much, but it's enough to keep the coffers going. And so, yeah, there's a lot of things that happen and deal with things, and you got to listen. You got to listen to the signs. If you're walking in the wrong way and you're not following the signs, you get blocked and stopped. I don't know where I do know now. I mean, I do know where my cancer came from, and it's one of the easiest ones to heal. And I do feel that it is healing. Emotionally, I'm a little bit all over the place at the moment, but I've really come through the major element of it. So it's joyousness now I need to find in my life, doing things that make me joyous, and company and people, and I'm making plans for that. So as I'm talking to you here, knowing that all is in order and I'm moving exactly where I need to move to, and I'm listening and I'm working through the different elements. Karen Lee has come on and said, "Hi, Norma, hope you're well." And yes, I am so much better, except I've got joint issues at the moment that have cropped up, and that's why I was just addressing that. Anyway, other than that, Kayla says, "Thank you for your affirmations. So far, the energy you described is exactly what I'm experiencing. It feels amazing. I feel blessed." Oh yeah, no, there's nothing blocking that. It just was beautiful to feel it, know it, and see it, and be in it. So, and Karen Lee, unless you have something else, I am not going to. We got a small group today, which is fine for me. And so, well, it's not fine. I prefer to go at least half an hour. But I've got Wednesday morning to talk about many things yet. So this is great. I'm still experiencing, those of you that have subscribed, I did put out a little text. I don't know if it went. Anyway, to make a long story short, I'm really wanting to work so I can do things. I just wanted to know how to do some things, and I'm still learning. But anyway, I'll get there. And Karen Lee, thank you. No, she just wanted to say hi, and I appreciate that. Boy, do I appreciate that. It's wonderful. So I'm going to say bye. I will be back on Wednesday morning. It's only a day and a half. And I will have something. I think of the topic is in my head. So we'll see what comes. Sometimes something occurs that happens in between times, but I look forward to it. Oh, there's one thing I do want to say. Today is the 15th of January. So we're halfway through January. We've been freezing cold here. And I don't know about every other place, but right now we've had days of really, really cold weather. But I sort of think 15th, we're halfway through the month. Where did it go? It was one of those ones, how sometimes time seems to go really fast. Well, they say when you get older, it does do that. But in the meantime, I was like, it's 15th. Oh my goodness, it's 15th. It's halfway through the month. So enjoy the second half of the month. And I trust you enjoyed the first half of the month. It's good to be back. And I will be back Wednesday, Sunday, and Monday night. See you next week. Right. Bye now.